All right. I like it. That kid didn't clap at all. That's perfect. That kid's like, I'm not doing what everyone else is doing. I was taught that at a young age. One more time for all the comics you've seen tonight. Steven, Landry, Bill kicking us off. It's just been a lot of men with low T. That's what it's been. One after the other, where you're like, he could use a little, you know? Bill had the most, and then it just went down like just a little lower and lower. Oh, it's so good to be here. It's my first time here at the Grove, first time here in Lowell, Arkansas, and very nice. I've only been to Little Rock. That's my only experience with Arkansas, and I drove there. Oh, is there a rivalry? Is there? Is that a Target town? Is that what it is? They do Target, we do Walmart. I feel like you guys got that joke on your own time, and that was interesting. I was like, oh, is that a Target town? And you're like, oh. He did some research. Hell yeah. The way, I think I always knew that, because I landed in the Fayetteville/Bentonville/ that's way too long of a name for that small of an airport. Just call it the airport, you know? Is anyone getting picked up by an Uber going, take me to the airport? Which one? Are you trying to go to the Fayetteville/Bentonville/ how do you do, Northwest Arkansas airport? Or are you crop dusting? Which one are you doing? There's two airports here, and they're not at the same location. But I found out because I found out how busy it is here, because my hotel, they didn't have rooms for me and Steven, because they're like, we're sold out. And I'm like, it's Wednesday. So like, I didn't believe them. And then the guy behind the desk is like, yeah, man, we're sold out. And I was like, what's going on? And he just looks at me and goes, Walmart. I didn't know if that was code for something. I was like, is that the name of a music festival I don't know about? That's happening on a Wednesday for some reason? They're like, it's Walmart. I was like, all right, yeah. And he wouldn't explain what he meant by that, but I pieced it together. But he did tell me he was the middle child, and he was often overlooked in his life by his athletic brother and adorable baby sister. But now things are looking up him because he's taking care of mom. And he told me all that while not giving me my room key immediately. You ever have that where someone holds your room hostage and you're like, first you must listen to my tales of yore. And you're like, I have to use a private restroom. Please give me that key quicker than now. But I like that. I like it. I don't know what the sense of humor is in this town, but we drove through and it was pretty fun. There's this place called there's a body shop I drove by. It's called Bob Maloney's Collision Center, and it looked like someone ran into the sign, and I couldn't tell if they were just hilarious or if that was just an ironic accident that happened. That's a bad DUI, right? You're just like, so do I just leave the car here? How does... Save on that toe, you know? That was the one local joke I've had, I'm sorry. I've only been in town for a couple hours, and I'm like, that's pretty funny. There's an auto body shop with a sign that looks like it's been plowed into. It was nice. Flew in today. I don't know. I'm a Delta Diamond. I just made it up to Diamond this year, which I know it's a weird thing to. Are you a frequent flyer? Yeah. What's your airline of choice? American. So what's their? That's your company's choice. What company? You'd rather not say. It's not Walmart. Drugs? Like, I don't... So I was told before I came up that the three big companies here are Tyson Chicken, Walmart, and then J.B. Hunt, the trucking company. Good, we got some, do we have truckers in here? All right, well that died down. No, they're out there trucking. All right, that's what they're doing. They're out there not letting me merge onto the interstate. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Hey, you should be driving faster. It's a rental. It doesn't, we're at the top speed. Please let me in, I will die. But we won't dig in, but you're an American. What's their name of what's the ambassador elite? Something like that? That's weird that I know that, but that's how much I fly. And I made it to Diamond, which is the top one, and then they send you these badges that you hang on your bag to let other people know that they see their family more than you do. Because it's not a good badge to have. It just means my family doesn't know me. That's what this means. I'm always at an airport. I know employees of airports more than I know people that live in my home. Oh, that just made everyone so sad, because this feels like the heart of family down here. Like is that your son right there? How old are you, if you don't mind me asking? 12, and you're here with us? That's awesome. No laws. I love it. Get him in here. I bet you they're really pushing that 2-drink minimum on you, too. They're like, dude, hey, you wanted to come in. Is it the king of beers, or is it the king of beers? What are you going to have? Yeah, came in today, and I don't know, I'm trying to get better. I started microdosing shrooms. That's what I started doing. See, I was on it with the I was close. That was the same guy. He's like, yeah, and I was like, all right, man. We're knocking him out. It's not Walmart, and I don't think it's the chicken company. But we haven't ruled out trucking, you know? We're gonna narrow it down. We got a while. But I started microdosing shrooms like Steve, and I have anxiety. We all have anxiety. I don't know. Maybe you guys don't have it here. Do you ever like make eye contact with a stranger and then you have panic in your heart? No? All right, I do. All right? This is how my anxiety works. This is where I'm the most comfortable. This is where I'm the most. This is supposed to be one of the top 5 fears next to being lit on fire. And I'm like, put me on that stage. This is where I'm comfortable, as long as I'm in charge. I'm in charge of the conversation. But if you ask me something, I'm like, I'd rather not say. Me and this guy got a lot in common, dude. I get it. Microdose a couple shrooms, you'll start answering some questions, buddy. If you don't know about microdosing shrooms, it's pretty much antidepressants for people without health insurance. So that's what it is. I don't have a primary care doctor, but I do have the internet, and I ordered a chocolate bar off the internet, and I followed the back. They're like, eat 1 square a day, and wait for the walls to stop breathing, and then you can go outside. And it's good. I like it because it's just enough, you know? It's not too much where I'm like, put on some Grateful Dead. Like, it's not that level. But it's at a good level where, like, the world happens and I'm like, I'm okay with this, you know? That's pretty much what it is. Like, before shrooms, I would have a conversation with a stranger, like that guy at the hotel. He's like, I'm the middle child. And I'd be like, oh, no. I gotta get the hell out of this conversation. But now with the shrooms, it's like, oh, I'm the middle child. And I'm like, you don't say. Tell me more, Marcia, you know? Or Jan, whoever it was. It was before my time. It was probably Jan. But I like it. It's good. It makes me see the other side of people, because sometimes you're out there and you meet a lunatic, you know, maybe at the store, just damn it, just walking around, and you're like, what's up that guy's butt, you know? And you might want to meet that with aggression, but that's not how, because that just leads to more aggression. But I just see the beauty in that man. Damn it, and I'm like, he's really going through it today. This isn't about the store, is it? It's not about taxes. This is about his dad. Dad doesn't want to talk right now, so he's taking it out on us. I see the beauty of his aura coming out of him, and I'm like, I get it, man. I'm here. Part of me wants to go hug him, but that would be a full dose. If I had a full dose would make me hug him, and then I'd potentially get stabbed. But a microdose is just enough for me to go, let's leave that there. Let's leave that in nature where it belongs. That's right. I didn't even know I had anxiety. My wife pointed it out to me. I think that's the best thing you can have in a partner, is they're a mirror to who you are. You know, they just hold up a mirror and you're like, oh, damn it. All right. I didn't know. Because I didn't know I had anxiety. I thought I knew I was uncomfortable socially, but I just thought everybody was, and I thought I was hiding it well. And my wife was the first person I met that looked at me and was like, "Are you all right?" And I'm like, "What?" "I'm fine." And she's like, "Are you sure?" I'm like, "What do you see?" And she's just like, "I don't know, you just look like you'd rather be anywhere but right here, right now." And I'm like, "Oh my God. Can everyone see it?" And she's like, "Yes." And I was like, "Oh." I felt like Sally Fields in Mrs. Doubtfire, where remember that scene where he finds out it's Robin Williams? He's like, this whole time, you know? Like you just have that moment. That's what I found out. Started plowing the shrooms. But I like it. It makes me social. Went to a concert a couple weeks ago. Handled it well. Big group of people. I think it helped that we went to go see the Stray Cats. And a great band. They're older. They're in their 60s. Killer band. And I think I have a new rule. I'm only seeing bands in their 60s and up. All right? That's the only... If you're not in your 60s, I ain't coming. All right? Keep it together. I'll show up eventually. You know? Because it was the best concert I've ever went to. They started on time. Dude, these dudes in their 60s, they're responsible, all right? 8:05, they're on the stage, and I'm like, hell yeah, you guys. It was perfect. Their audience is great because they're also not super young. So they're drinking, but just enough. They're not over there starting fights. They're not breaking up with their girlfriends to punch a stranger in the gut. Everyone's just kind of meandering around, looking for some place to sit down, all right? It's the perfect concert. They're all in their 60s. They're only going to be playing the hits, you know? All their interpersonal. They've been to rehab multiple times. They got that figured out. It's perfect. I'm only seeing older bands now. Yeah. I actually learned a lot from watching with the band because, like, I tried to relate everything to my life and to my relationship. Like, my wife and I, we've been married for a little over a year, but we've been together. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry, Stephen. Stephen, by the way, I know. I didn't think you guys would react the way I just said it. I found out today at the airport, as I'm boarding, he goes, so you haven't heard? And I'm like, what's up? And he's like, we broke up. And I was like, and then it was my boarding zone. I'm like, well, see you later. And then I just had the whole flight to go, did I just leave him? I pretty much had the experience he did with the pizza in the convention oven. Except it was me in overhead space, and I'm like, I gotta go. Otherwise, my backpack's gonna be on my feet, and I don't want that. So I feel for him. I've also been through, because this is my second marriage, so I know what that feels like. Where someone goes, hey, I know I told you I wanted to be with you your whole life, but that was then, you know? That was then, this is now. I didn't know you breathed that way. I didn't know that's how you breathed. And I can't handle that anymore. So I get what that is. And now my wife, we've been married for a little over a year. We've been together for a little over 5 years. And so I feel like we're good at communicating. We've both been to therapy, so we understand trying not to react and trying to go, all right, what's that really mean? I'm sorry you feel that way. Acknowledging feeling. That was the hardest thing for me. Because anytime my wife's like, no, I wanted to go, that's not what I meant. I meant it's this, and you're wrong for no reason. And I would tell the therapist that. I don't know why she's mad at me. She said I did something, but she's wrong. I didn't do that. So I yelled that at her, and she got all upset. And he's like, women, right? And I'm like, that's what I'm saying. But then he was like, all right, give this a shot. Next time she gets upset, go, I am so sorry. I didn't know you were feeling that way. That must suck to feel that way. And I've been doing that, and it's a bomb diffuser. It's magic. Next time you're in an argument with your lady, and you're like, baby, I am so sorry. That must feel horrible to feel that way. I hate that I was a part of you feeling that way. And then it diffuses, and then you go, but I never did that, all right? That's not what I had said from before. I'm kidding, don't do that part. So the point is, we've gotten to a point in our relationship where we try not to fall into those pitfalls. I think the only tip we give each other is we don't like each other's tone. I think that's what it is. Like, after one of us says something, we're like, listen, everything you said is true. I didn't care for your tone. You know? And I pieced it together while I was watching the Stray Cats. We've been together 5 years. We're like a band that's put out a couple albums. And they've been good. They've had a good raw sound. But this new album, we're really trying to dial in our tone. You know? Like we're really trying to get a good meaty dum 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 dum. But right now it's a little more. And we really want it. Once we get the right producer, we're gonna get down to a dum 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 dum. But right now, just like your mother, you know. And once we dial in the tone, we're gonna put out a killer album. I like it. I feel like you're taking notes. I like that. That's good energy there. He's like, oh yeah, I'm taking all the notes right there. 12-year-old's learning way more than he ever thought he was gonna. It's gonna happen. You're gonna have a girlfriend. Something's gonna happen. You're gonna go, I'm sorry I made you feel that way. And she's gonna be like, what? Are you the most mature person I've ever met? And you're like, man, comedy show, you know? It's where you learn stuff. But yeah, we're at a good part. My wife, she's great, but she also points out insecurities in me that I didn't know I had. You know, I don't know when I became the barometer for everything. But like I came home from a show and she looked all sad. I'm like, what's wrong? She goes, I have back fat. And I was like, oh, you do? And then she comes around and reaches and grabs me and she goes, oh, thank God. And I was like, I have back fat? And she goes, quite a bit, too. I didn't even know. I thought my back was fine. I've never looked back there. I thought my back was doing great. You ever look at your back, fellas, and you're like, whoa, all those moles? I just assumed my back looked like my front. It's a road map back there. Moles and freckles, and I'm like, God, look, this whole time. Just a disaster. But yeah, she did that to me. We were on the couch too, and I put my arm around her, and then she was looking at her arm, and then she looked at my arm, and then she jiggled my tricep. She gave a little, and she's like, good. And I'm like, huh? So I was at the hotel gym today doing this one. Nothing shall jiggle. That's what I'm trying to work on. I'm trying to work on my body. I lost a bunch of weight. Like in 2017, I lost 50 pounds, but I didn't lose it well. Don't clap. Because I didn't lose it healthy. That's when my first marriage ended, and I got sad, and I wasn't hungry, which is sad, but I lost a bunch of weight. So it's been good. Now here's the problem, though. I've been happy for a few years, so I'm just nom, 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 and I'm afraid it's going to come back, and then I don't want to wait for another tragedy to help lose the weight again. So I'm really trying my best just to keep it where we're at, you know? Like, just hold on to this for the love of God. My goal weight, I weigh 175 right now. My goal weight is to get to 170. And I don't even know, the only reason that's my goal weight is because I watch UFC, and that's a weight class in the UFC. So I see those guys on a scale with no shirt on going, this is what 170 pounds looks like. I'm like, hell yeah, I want to look like that guy. And I got all the way down to 170, and I'm like, man, these last 5 pounds must be crucial. Like this, because I don't look anything like these individuals. Once I lose these last 5 pounds, it's gonna be like pop, 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 you know? Like microwave popcorn. You can't pull it out too early. You gotta leave it in there. Get all those kernels of popping. And so I'm trying. So I try, you know. I'm not in bad shape at all. Like I'll like if I'm at the pool, I'll take my shirt off, but I'm not sitting down. You know? That's my fitness level right there. I'll take my shirt off, but we're standing up for the entire afternoon. Like this looks all right. I sit down, it starts looking like a layered truffle cake. It's like, oh, there's the gut layer, there's the first tit layer, there's the second tit layer, and then a little meringue chest hair at the top. But yeah, standing up, this looks all right. I just walk around like this. If I want to get a beer out of a cooler, I wait till everyone's having other conversations, and then I come up, just do a quick side oblique crunch. I'm not gonna fold over myself, show everyone how the sausage is made. I'm not doing that. Just do a boom right there. Hey there, thank you so much for watching my video. Is this too close? We're keeping it. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Also, I'm gonna be on tour all year, 2024. Might be the last one. So, you know, Go to zoltancomedy.com, look at the tour schedule. If you don't see your town, sign up for my mailing list. I promise I'm going to try to come, and I'll see you out there on the road. Thank you.